Hey guys, how's it going? This is James, and I've got another video for you guys today with the channel Make Money Trucking. And the topic I wanted to discuss today and go over is something that I get asked quite a bit, at least a couple times, you know, every month or whatnot. And that is it worth getting your hazmat endorsement? Whether you already have your CDL or if you don't have your CDL and you're looking at getting it, is it worth getting your hazmat endorsement on your license? And there are some positives and negatives to this, obviously, and also, does it make more money? So first, I was wanting to discuss the positives and the negatives of it. Start with the negatives. It is something that you do have to keep up on, but you do have to keep up on your regular CDL as well. But you have to renew your hazmat about every 5 years or so. Some states may be a little bit less time depending on their requirements. And also, there's a little bit more added responsibility to being a hazmat driver. There's certain routes you can't take, and you know, there's just some little clauses like you can't leave a truck with hazardous material parked in certain areas. And also, you have to qualify. So this may not even be a potential option for you if you can't pass the background check. And also, that is a little more expensive. It does cost to do the fingerprinting, and it takes about 30 days for that to come back. And then you have to do the actual test, which I have to admit, it does have some trick questions on it. But if you study it a little bit, do some practice tests online, it is pretty easy to get past it. They used to let you take it over and over, but at least in my state where I'm at, they only let you take it 2 times a day. So if you fail it, you have to come back a whole nother day. That could be a little bit of a hassle. And then also, I think that's about it. I can't think of any other potential negatives versus positives. Now let's go on to the positives. So the definite positives is a lot of truck drivers, Class A or Class B drivers, don't have their hazmat endorsement. So that enables you to be a lot more available for potential jobs. And the good thing about this is you can have a hazmat and not even use it, and it doesn't hurt you if you use it or you don't use it. I didn't always have my hazmat. I was a tanker driver for a couple years before I got my hazmat, and then when I actually had my hazmat, I went back to hauling for a company that didn't require you to have hazmat. So you don't have to have it necessarily to do all the jobs that don't require hazmat. So that's definite benefit. And you know, you're just a little bit more of in a special category where, you know, if there's a job posting out there, and for instance, if there's not a lot of jobs, you know, you're qualified, so you have a little bit higher advantage, I would say, to getting that job, since you do have your hazmat. And another positive is typically the jobs that I've had, or that I know of, you know, friends of mine or people that I've worked with, coworkers that have had hazmat or hazmat endorsements, those jobs have been a lot more steady as far as the day-to-day workload, and not worrying about if you're going to be working tomorrow. Because in all reality, some driving jobs, especially in the oil field or in the construction industry, can be up or down. You know, you'll work one day and then you'll not work the other. And with hazmat jobs, it typically is a lot more steady. You don't have to worry so much about that. And now on to the final point, and that is, or final question, does it make more money? Honestly, in my personal experience and from what I have seen, it does. If you're getting paid hourly, typically for like a local driving job, it'll pay roughly you know, $1 to $2 more an hour. Hold on one second, I gotta get on the road here. Don't know if you guys can hear me. Hopefully you can. So typically with an hourly job, it'll pay $1 to $2 more an hour, because usually employers understand there's a little bit more added responsibility, and not everybody can go get their hazmat. And then also for jobs that pay by the load or by the mile, they'll typically pay a little bit more per load or a little bit more per mile. So those are just some positives and negatives. Overall, if you can, and if you do have the requirements to get your hazmat, I highly encourage anybody to get their hazmat, even if they don't use it, because if the job market gets a little slim, you just have a better chance of getting a potential job over the next just average guy who just has a CDL. So that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys found this informative and valuable information. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you on the next one. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.